All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, we're going to be in the 147-pound division where there is a lot of drama and comedy going on over on Twitter between Errol Spence Jr. and a guy whose name I don't want to even mention, but he's been accused of some enhancements and looks like, at least with the WBC, he gets off free, and that is Conor Benn. Also, update on the Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford stuff. Don't want to do a separate video about it, so I'm going to throw it in this one. Let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, we're going to be in the 147-pound division, hitting two birds with one stone, but really two big issues in the sport of boxing. First, Errol Spence Jr. goes at it with Conor Benn, and again, man, applause to applause. The two go back and forth on a very funny subject exchange, but the subject matter ain't funny at all. And also, Stephen Espinosa of Showtime gives us an update on the Errol Spence Jr. Terrence Crawford issue with Spectrum and announcing, or at least putting on their schedule, a fight for Errol Spence and possibly Terrence Crawford in June. Now, before I get into this, let me welcome you back to the channel. If you are new to the channel, please accept my invitation to hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon so you can be notified of when we release more videos. Also, thank you to everybody that supports in the super chats and the cash apps, or the live streams that we do every day where we talk about all kind of different things boxing. We got a lot of people to come by the live stream, so definitely check us out. Also, thank you to everybody that sponsors videos like this in the super thanks. It is greatly appreciated, and how the channel is able to continue to go and grow and all that good stuff. So let's get into this. Conor Benn gets clowned by Errol Spence Jr., rightfully so. Okay, because Conor Benn comes out talking out the side of his neck, calling out Errol Spence Jr., saying, hey, you've been talking the most. Now that I've been, what does he call it? What do you say? Redeemed? Oh, now I am reinstated by the WBC. I'll have you next. You worry about handling your drunk driving convictions, and then calls a man a wanker. Well, little background on this. Conor Benn tested positive 2 times for an enhancement, and as a result was suspended by the British Boxing Board of Control. Just yesterday, the WBC, the World Boxing Council, said that they are going to allow Conor Benn back into their rankings because it was not conclusive that he had intentionally used enhancements, right? Now, what was the reason given? Excessive consumption of eggs. You can't make it up. Man, they let this dude off the hook, at least from my understanding. You know, what the specific details of it is, you got to look at it for yourself. But my understanding of it is that they said, okay, the tests were thrown off because I ate too many eggs. Yeah, whatever. So anyway, Conor Benn pops up off of the lips at Errol Spence Jr., who has been an outspoken critic of people who have had issues with enhancements, and as well he should be. But Errol Spence Jr. responds by saying to Conor Benn, look, drinks are different than the enhancements that you were caught with. Two different things. Difference between me and you is that I own up to my stuff. You would cheat just like your daddy. Look, man, I ain't into the daddy jokes and all of that stuff. However, Conor Benn is the son of Nigel Benn, and Nigel Benn has been accused, I think specifically during this fight with Gerald McClellan, of having used some type of not kosher enhancements in that bout. So all of that stuff is going back and forth, right? Errol Spence Jr. follows it up by saying, look, man, nothing personal against your dad. I can be in the UK soon. I can have a pint with I'll sit down and have a pint with your dad, but his son is a sucker for real, right? Funny with everybody's using the word sucker lately. Errol Spence is calling people suckers. Terrence Crawford's using people suckers, calling people suckers. It's really weird. Anyway, I say all that to say, look, if Conor Benn is thinking that just because the WBC let him slide, that means anybody is not thinking that he was involved in exactly what he was accused of being involved in, he is tripping. Because ain't nobody buying that you done ate too many eggs thing. And also, just because you get reinstated by the WBC does not mean you are cleared by the British Boxing Board of Control, nor any other state that is going to have reciprocity with the British Boxing Board of Control and honor their decisions. And the last that I heard, the British Boxing Board of Control has said, we are still waiting for you to show us this proof that you have that you are not guilty of what we suspect that you're guilty of, right? So at the end of the day, it's all a lot of good, fair, back and forth. But I've done videos several times. I appreciate Errol Spence Jr. saying stuff about what's going on in boxing with these enhancements, because it's not fair to people that are on an even pay, that are not cheating. And these really, really whack explanations that they're taking, that some of these organizations are taking for it. Like at this point in time, we're at, tainted taco meat. We are at wild boar, eating uncastrated boar, buying that line. Now people are eating too many eggs. It's just, stop it, man. At a certain point, there's so many exceptions to the rule that there's no rule. Now, the other thing, and I may do a specific video about it, depending on how many people actually catch this part of the video or not. There was information put out by Spectrum, which is a cable company in the U.S., and they listed their date of the pay-per-views that they were going to have. And in June, it was listed that they were going to have a bout in June. And in parentheses, they say Errol Spence versus Crawford. So that led a lot of people to suspect that Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford may be back in negotiations, and that Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford may be next. There was also, a video put out on Fight Hype, where Fight Hype said Errol Spence Jr. back in the gym training for Terrence Crawford with a backup of Keith Thurman. Now, I don't know if they are in negotiations or not, but shout out to Tay Jones, who spoke with, according to his video, or texted with Steven Espinoza. And Steven Espinoza said there's no truth to that pay-per-view date being set for a Errol Spence Terrence Crawford bout. That may be some old information that they had that came out a while ago, and that's just what they put in there. So according to him, nothing really to that. So we'll go with that for the time being until some more stuff comes up where people are trying to push it. But anyway, that's my take on the matter. You let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Deuces.